Hi guys, ae92 guys here with another update on the vehicle and explaining what to look for when you're doing a swap. This is the 2001 Toyota Celica electrical wiring diagram book. The part number is EWD 432U. Now EWD is a electrical wiring diagram, obviously. This is what you got to look for. And they have the same thing for Matrix, Corolla XRS. You know, I recommend getting the book for the specific year of your car. That way, if one wire, two wires changes, you don't fry anything, or when you do this, you turn the key and your car starts, you're not chasing your tail. So I'm going to start with pretty much the basic. This got instructions on how to, how to use it. It'll tell you exactly what everything means. It's pretty simple. It can be overwhelming when you first look at it, but the more you look at it, the more you understand it. It's like you got to study like a good amount to let me see. Okay, engine control. I'm looking for starting. Oh, there it is right there. It's kind of hard doing this with I'm looking for starting and ignition, obviously. So it'll tell you what everything means. This is battery, main fuses, 7.5 fuse. You'll be able to figure that out. But obviously you want power from the battery to the starter and ground. But the ground, it grounds through the this is the signal wire, but the starter grounds on the block, and the block grounds to the body. So that's your ground side of the circuit there. Then you come over here, you have a splice connection here, you have a connection here, but this is no connector here because this is a switch. Basically what this is telling you is this is the switch at the connector, the connector on the switch. That's what that is. Now if you guys follow this, I have to look at it pretty hard. Okay, this is a red and black. It'll tell you BR, black and red. And that's ignition too. And that goes, that's, it's black and orange. So connector IC. And it goes all the way down to the ignition to relay. Then it grounds that circuit. It actually has two grounds. Now it goes, once it's grounded, it closes this little door, and it gets, there's a 15 amp fuse here, and it goes to the noise filter, coil number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it goes all the way out to the ECM, engine control module. And it loops back all the way here to this, 7.5 amp fuse. So that's how to get power there. And that is pretty simple. Because at this connector coming from the engine bay, the IC connector, this connector right here is the IC. That's the same connector. All you got to do is jump these two wires and you got power to the coils, right? And then over here on the starter circuit, right, I know this by heart. It's kind of hard to explain, but you're gonna have a neutral safety switch, because this, ST2 over here is, the starter switch, and it's a momentary switch, because when you crank on the starter, it comes back to ignition 2. It doesn't stay, because if it stays at the starter position, it'll mess up the flywheel. Now it comes down, it goes to, okay, a neutral safety switch, basically. In this case is a neutral position switch. I'm reading this on the phone, so it's kind of hard. And then, but if you read here, this is the automatic. That you don't have to worry about that. This is the manual one. This is, it's like if it was automatic, it loops through this side. Since this manual is here, right? And then over this way is automatic. Straight down, it's where is J3 junction connection I8 is a ground. Now this connector here, I see one. Wait a second. I might be giving you wrong information here. It's bypassed. I'm sorry. I try to be ready for the videos all the time, and so that closes this relay. Okay, it's here. That closes this relay. If you press your clutch, it closes this relay. Right? It closes the relay, and it sends power to the starter signal. Now I'm gonna have a separate momentary switch, like a push start for the starter. So the way I get it is to ground the starter is to come at this connector. This connector is at on your engine wiring harness. So you're going to be able to bypass the neutral safety switch, unless you want to rig it up, but not me. You're going to be able to bypass your neutral safety switch and just make your own momentary switch to ground this the starter relay that I was talking about, and that way it'll send a signal to the starter and turn over your car. So if I have any mistakes on this video, please note it on the comments. I'll probably try to fix it somehow, or because it's kind of hard for me explaining. I'm not a teacher, I'm not used to doing this. So this is pretty much the only system starting an ignition. Now I know we have injectors. So okay, let me just go to this page over here. So when you go back to the wiring diagrams, you see circles will be the parts location. This other one is relay blocks, junction and block harness connector, square, connector joining, wire harness, and wire harness. It's kind of hard reading this through the phone. I should be closer, but I just kind of want to show you. So yeah, this will show you, 1ZC, 2ZC, wherever things is at. And then over here you got the ground points, the triangles. Yeah, that's the way of reading this book. Is pretty kind of like, if you kind of common sense. If you come here, you look at this, right? The IK and the IC joining. This would be the switch over here. This is your splice. where it's at. So I go to IC on the back of the page and that semicircle there, and you're gonna go here. Oh, there it is, IC, and you're gonna go to page 25. So that's 20, 23, 25 right there. So that connector, the IC connector, there we go, let me find it here first. Okay, IC connector is blue in color. Focus, concentrate, try to focus and concentrate. Blue in color, and it's connected at the body control module. Now the ignition switch is connected to the body control module, and the body control module has all them fuses and all kinds of crazy things going through it. The body control module, or JBE, which is junction block electronics, it's just a junction box. If you see right, it's got some relays. It's got the body control module attached to it. It's got some other stuff. Interior lights, doors, windows, everything goes through here. So I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit of understanding right now. This is inside actually the junction box electronic. This is all the circuits you could tell that go through that thing. It's a lot of different circuits. It's a lot of wires that go through it, and it's like a power distribution box basically, because it has like two big power connectors that come. You're gonna see this on your wire harness that comes from through the firewall to the engine bay. You're gonna see some of those, some of that thing. It gives you, parts location, installation location on every connector. All these circles, they have parts numbers on them. And then you go to, let me see if I can find the injector one real quick. I didn't know this was going to be that long of a video. Engine control. Okay, starting an ignition. Let's see what is here. Engine control. All the pinouts for the ECUs and stuff. So, come on, let me find the injectors. Oh, okay. Engine control. Engine control. Headlight. I might have bypassed it though. Fog light. No, it might be this. I don't know. I can't remember where it's at right now. But I'm doing this video because there's other people that are like right at the stage where I'm at with my car, and they actually, his name is Angel. He actually, thanks to Angel for contacting me and subscribing. He contacted me and said, man, how do you do it? What are you going to do about it? And he's not a dealer tech. He's not a technician. He probably doesn't know that this is a dealer item, and they sell it on the, this is where I bought mine on eBay. So I send him a screenshot of an eBay book that he could buy for that's what we use at the Toyota dealer. So, yeah, he contacted me. He told me, what are you going to do? He's basically right at my level. All the mechanical is done. It's just, I think he's going to be done with his car before I do, because I got to record, and I got a lot of things going on, like a wedding here soon, and my son's birthday was last week. A lot of things going on. Like I said, because of COVID, I fell behind schedule. I'm cleaning right now the trunk, the tools that I messed up. Here's a little update on where I'm at. The engine is not out of the bay yet because I have to mock up the headers. So what I am using is a 98 Toyota Corolla OE headers, or exhaust manifold, whatever. The 2cc flange. This is going to be welded to this. Once I grind this down, and I'll be able to stick this in a little recess that's in here, and then weld it up. Then kind of port match. I'm going to try to port match this to the engine after it's mocked up, and That's what I'm going to use, a big 90. That's a 2-inch 90 and a 3-inch inside diameter. The coupling over here, it's a 2.5 inch, 2 inches down. So it's 3 to 2.5 to 2 inches. That's part of the update. One of the biggest challenges is I'm gonna try to replicate the celica collector type deal and use this flange to mock it up to the other celica downpipe and weld the flange of the downpipe to that and go from there. So here's what the metal sheet from Home Depot that I grabbed, 16 gauge sheet metal that I'm going to try using for that. Now, been a little busy because that quarter pound is going on my other project that I got to get going to. Is if you've seen the other videos, I'm trying to weld the quarter panel on. I'm not going to record that. Maybe I record it on like whenever it's mocked up and everything is tacked together. I'm not a body shop guy, but I'll do anything. I don't care. There's some other miscellaneous stuff. Shift cables, shifter, and just cleaning up. Kind of try to get organized with what I don't need here right now. I'm just going to take it to the basement and save it there, then slowly grab parts as I need. That way I don't have a big mess out here. Every time I got to take out everything out of the car, then put it right back in when I'm done, and it's kind of so. Guys, you know, that's all I have for today. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you to Brian from Tune to Drift. He's got a channel that I've subscribed for a good amount of time, and he contacted me. I'm actually impressed how, you know, I didn't know he was part of the ae92 USA. I didn't know that page even existed. I just happened to find out because of one of my other subscribers that I've been in contact with, Ezekiel Perez. He told me about it, and you know, I just had some time and checked it out and put my picture there. I couldn't link the description down on the video because I am not very good with technology. I mean, I am not good with computers, man. So I'm learning as I go. I'm gonna be learning that soon. My wife could do it for me, but you know, sometimes I don't tell her things, and now she already knows, so she's gonna try. I'm gonna try to post another picture with the link down below, so that way you guys can automatically just click on it and go and see what you guys want to see. So with that being said, thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to Tune to Drift and ae92 Canada USA. Well, that's all for today. ae92 guys signing out. Thank you very much.